Ever since the Harvey Weinstein scandal broke, many famous women have been taking a stand to support their sisters in solidarity. These women are stepping up to fight against the wage gap and to champion gender equality in Hollywood. But feminism can take different forms. Keep watching to see which rapper is now a surprising role model for female empowerment. Are you new to our channel? Hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this. For now, let's take a look at 10 inspiring women who are shaping the future of Hollywood. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence is one of the most well-known advocates for gender parity. The Academy Award-winning actress was at the center of a scandal when, in the wake of the 2014 Sony hack, it was revealed that she earned less money than her male co-stars in American Hustle. The leaked emails showed that Jennifer and Amy Adams made significantly less than Bradley Cooper, Christian Bale, and Jeremy Renner. In response, Jennifer wrote an essay in 2015 called "Why Do I Make Less Than My Male Co-Stars?" It was published in Lena Dunham's Lenny Letter. In it, Jennifer admitted that rather than getting mad at Sony, she got mad at herself. That's because she believed she had failed as a negotiator because she gave up early. The actress revealed there was an element of wanting to be liked that influenced her decision to close the deal without a real fight. She didn't want to seem difficult or spoiled. She wondered if women are socially conditioned to behave this way. In conclusion, Jennifer declared that she was over trying to find the adorable way to state her opinion and still be likable. She couldn't recall ever working for a man who spent time contemplating what angle he should use to have his voice heard. It's just heard. And with that open letter, Jennifer made her voice heard too. Jessica Chastain. Actress Jessica Chastain is very vocal in the fight for gender equality in the entertainment industry. She's pushed for better representations of female characters in films. She's also pushed for more female crews and directors to be hired. In a 2017 interview with Variety, Jessica revealed how she negotiates her contracts. In doing so, she wanted to share her tips with other women on how to make sure women's wages are on par with their male counterparts. The actress said she made a decision to not take jobs where she's getting paid a quarter of what the male co-star is being paid. She added that she's not allowing that in her life. It was a talk given by Amy Pascal after the Sony hack that prompted this position. Amy had said part of the reason women don't get paid equal to men is they don't ask for more. That struck a chord with Jessica. Now she not only defends her own position but also that of other actresses, publicly supporting her peers. You only have to glance at Jessica's Twitter account to see how committed she is to these causes. After it was revealed that Mark Wahlberg was paid 1,500 times Michelle Williams' paycheck for the reshoots of All the Money in the World, Jessica tweeted. She urged her followers to go see Michelle's performance in All the Money in the World. She's a brilliant Oscar-nominated Golden Globe-winning actress. She has been in the industry for 20 years. She deserves more than 1% of her male co-star's salary. Catt Sadler. Catt Sadler made a stand when she discovered that her male counterpart was making double her salary. The host left E! News at the end of 2017 after her attempts at negotiating fair pay didn't work. She said the network didn't come close, nowhere close, not even remotely close, to offering her a deal that would match her co-host Jason Kennedy's salary. She told People magazine that it was almost insulting because she worked so hard. As a single mom with 2 kids, she felt that she had given her all to the network. Catt had sacrificed time away from her family and dedicated her entire career to the network. So when she learned that her co-host had been earning so much more than her for so long, it left her feeling very small and underappreciated and undervalued. E! issued a statement saying it compensates employees fairly and appropriately based on their roles, regardless of gender. Frances Berwick added that the co-host had different roles and therefore different salaries. Catt, however, wasn't standing for that. She considered herself and Jason as apples to apples. Although she didn't get support from the network chiefs, Catt did receive backup from other women in Hollywood. Actresses Reese Witherspoon and Eva Longoria made a stand at the 2018 Golden Globes. They expressed their support for the host while being interviewed by Ryan Seacrest on E's Live on the Red Carpet show. Eva said, "We stand with you, Catt," as Reese nodded in agreement. Eva added, "We support gender parity and equal pay, and we hope E stands with that." Reese Witherspoon. Speaking of Reese Witherspoon, the actress is another outspoken advocate of gender equality. Along with Eva Longoria and many other famous actresses, Reese is among the women who established Time's Up. In fact, she's amongst 300 women in the entertainment industry who founded the initiative to correct the gender power imbalance in Hollywood and the blue-collar workplace. The initiative's anti-harassment action plan was unveiled on January 1, 2018. It includes a legal defense fund to help less privileged women protect themselves from sexual misconduct. Reese is a major donor to that fund. It also includes legislation to penalize companies that tolerate persistent harassment. Time's Up also includes a drive to reach gender parity at studios and talent agencies. It was Time's Up that requested that women wear black when walking the red carpet at the 2018 Golden Globes and speak out to raise awareness of the issues. Reese did just that. The actress also said that her work with Time's Up has given her the opportunity to connect with other powerful women. Reese said that women have been siloed off from each other, but now they're finally hearing each other and seeing each other and now locking arms in solidarity with each other, and in solidarity for every woman who doesn't feel seen to be finally heard. Shonda Rhimes. The executive producer of Grey's Anatomy, Shonda Rhimes, is also one of the founding members of Time's Up, and she played a key role in one of the initiatives groups that is pushing for gender parity. Called 50/50 by 2020, the group has already successfully pushed entertainment organizations and companies to agree to reach gender parity in their leadership tiers by the year 2020. In December 2017, Shonda pressed managing director at ICM Partners, Chris Silberman, to pledge that his talent agency would meet that goal. She said that the women behind the initiative just reached this conclusion in their heads that everything is possible and why shouldn't it be? A big part of Time's Up's goal is to help women who aren't as well-resourced as the rich and famous actresses, executives, and lawyers who form the initiative. And it's so important that they reach the gender equality they're seeking in their own industry too. Shonda explained why, saying that it's very hard for women in their position to speak righteously about the rest of anything if they haven't cleaned their own house. She added, "If this group of women can't fight for a model for other women who don't have as much power and privilege, then who can?" Shonda is also a major donor to Time's Up Legal Defense Fund, which is administered by the National Women's Law Center's Legal Network for Gender Equity. She made the point that there's a bunch of women used to getting stuff done, and so they're getting stuff done. Ellen Pompeo. Ellen Pompeo credits Shonda Rhimes with empowering her to negotiate the best possible deal for her role on Grey's Anatomy. Shonda was the original creator of the TV show, and Ellen starred in the series from its outset in 2005. By late 2017, Ellen signed a new deal for the show that made her the highest-paid actress on a primetime drama. The deal is said to be worth $575,000 an episode plus additional benefits. Therefore, the contract works out to be $20 million plus per year. Shonda certainly knows a thing or two about contract negotiations, having signed a 9-figure deal of her own at Netflix. And Shonda was able to empower Ellen to overcome any doubt she had about her own worth. Shonda recalls giving Ellen a simple piece of advice: decide what you think you're worth and then ask for what you think you're worth. Nobody's just going to give it to you. Although actors typically refuse to discuss their paychecks in the press, Ellen decided to share her story with The Hollywood Reporter. That's because she hoped it would set an example for others, and it's part of the growing movement in Hollywood of women seizing this moment of opportunity. Ellen speaks of how Shonda was generous with her power to empower Ellen in unprecedented ways. Now that's female solidarity. Meryl Streep. When it comes to different ways that gender parity can be achieved, men can be just as instrumental as women in making a change, and Meryl Streep has made that very point. In an interview with Time, the actress said she's glad the discussion about Hollywood's wage gap has moved into the public sphere, and that men are ashamed that they're getting that money. The actress remembers a time when nobody said anything about it, which had the effect of making it kind of fine. However, with the change in transparency and people talking about what they're earning, it makes male actors a little more nervous that somebody will find out what they make vis-a-vis their co-star. Meryl considers that to be the best vigilance, the vigilance of privilege. The battle goes on, and so Meryl believes that when those on the other side, aka the men, say they think that gender disparity sucks, then that's great. Emma Watson. Emma Watson has also spoken out about gender equality in terms of both women and men supporting the cause, and of how men don't have the benefits of equality either because they are imprisoned by gender stereotypes. In her role as UN Women Goodwill Ambassador, the actress made an impassioned speech for equality at the He for She campaign launch in 2014. She revealed that the UN's campaign to end gender inequality needed everyone to be involved, and that included men and boys being advocates for gender equality. Emma declared that both men and women should feel free to be sensitive. Both men and women should feel free to be strong. It is time that we all perceive gender on a spectrum, not as two opposing sets of ideals. In a 2016 interview with Esquire, Emma also spoke about gender parity and the wage gap. She took a similar stance to Jennifer Lawrence, saying, "We are not supposed to talk about money because people will think you're difficult or a diva." But she added that there's a willingness now to be like, fine, call me a diva, call me a feminazi, call me difficult, call me a first world feminist. Call me whatever you want. It's not going to stop me from trying to do the right thing and make sure that the right thing happens. And that's because the actress knows that it doesn't just affect her, it affects all the other women who are in this with her, and it affects all the other men who are in this with her too. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey made history at the 2018 Golden Globes as the first African-American woman to be awarded the Cecil B. DeMille Award, and she took it as an opportunity to make an impassioned speech about racial and gender equality. She spoke of being especially proud and inspired by all the women who felt strong enough and empowered enough to speak up and share their personal stories. And she added that she wanted all the girls watching to know a new day is on the horizon. When that new day finally dawns, it will be because of the magnificent women, and many of them are in this room tonight. But gender equality isn't a new fight for Oprah. In her Time First piece, Oprah revealed she's been working to close the gender wage gap for decades. She built her show around herself and the producers, all young women in their 30s trying to figure it out. And she kept this sense of female solidarity even when she started making a whole lot of money. Her producers' salaries stayed the same, so she demanded a raise for her team. Believe it or not, her boss responded by saying, "They're only girls. They're a bunch of girls. What do they need more money for?" So Oprah took a stand and said she would not work unless they got their raises. And so they did. But while they were waiting for the bosses to pay, Oprah paid them herself. Cardi B. There is often a particular view of what a feminist should be, but there are some women who are blowing all the assumptions out of the water and proving that there can be a plurality of voices that stand up for gender equality. Cardi B is one such woman being heralded an unlikely feminist hero. Many viewers of Love and Hip Hop considered her to be a defender of women's rights and all about female empowerment. Cardi B, who was born Belcalis Almanzar, has moved from stripper to Instagram model to reality TV star and now rapper. Her bae Offset is proud that she's making her own money, saying that his other half can buy her own stuff. She doesn't need to rely on a man to do that for her, but Cardi herself resists the label of feminist because she doesn't feel it applies to her. In an interview with the Cut, she said the word feminist has particular connotations of women who went to school and wear skirts all the way to their ankles like a first lady. But that's not being a feminist in Cardi's eyes. She believes being a feminist is being equal to do what a man do, like being able to hustle. And surely that's what any inspirational woman is doing best, being equal to a man, in whatever way she chooses. End of story. Which of these 10 women do you find the most inspiring? Let us know in the comment section below and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.